I'm Bonnie Bucqueroux, and I teach at Michigan State University in the School of Journalism. I'm coming up on 69 years old. I built my first website in 1996, and it was really under duress because it was coming up on the first anniversary of my stepdaughter Kim's death from alcoholism and bulimia, and I was trying to figure out a way to memorialize her life and tell her story. I put up a 17-page story about Kim's life, talking about how I felt her life had gone and the tragedy of losing her so young at 34 years old. The word got around pretty quickly, and I began waking up each morning to find emails from people literally all over the world who were fellow sufferers with either alcoholism or, in many cases, eating disorders. And it really amazed me. I mean, I had a man in Paris tell me that he was dying of alcoholism, and that I shouldn't worry about feeling guilty about it because it was his choice and nobody else could have stopped him. And I think the most poignant email I got was from a 15-year-old girl in Manila in the Philippines who told me that every night at dinner her dad always teased her that she was the fat one who'd never get a husband and he was going to have to take care of her for the rest of her life. And she would feel so bad after dinner that she would go into the bathroom and put her finger down her throat and make herself throw up. And she was telling me through this email that I was the only person that she had ever told that she was doing this, and that her situation was getting so bad that her fingernails were peeling back and her hair was falling out, and she was afraid she was going to die like Kim did. And I emailed her and wanted to stay in touch with her, and I really don't say this very often, but what has always worried me since then was that I never did hear back from her, no matter how many times I emailed her. There's no other technology that could have ever connected a woman at that time in her 50s living here in rural Michigan with somebody who is 15, 16 years old in Manila. I mean, it was just astounding to me, and I realized this is by far the single most potent storytelling mechanism that's ever been invented in human history, and we have only begun to tap what this incredible digital technology can do. There was a theory at first that, oh, well, you know, senior citizens are never going to use any of this technology, but then pretty quickly, boy, they're taking over Facebook. Good God, us gummers we've just driven all the young people out. We drive them nuts. We go on and on about things we care about. We share information all the time. I've seen more than my share of grandbaby pictures. I, in return, send them nice little cute fuzzy animal pictures. But we get deeply into politics, and many of us now have the time to act on some of our impulses, so I think we're getting more politically organized. I wouldn't be surprised to see an Arab Spring occur in the United States among a bunch of people with gray hair, because I think young people are too worried about paying off that school debt. They can't afford to say anything. We're at the other end of life, and we can. I think the potential for this tool as a political organizing tool has only begun to be seen in the United States. And it's going to be really interesting to see where it goes from there. We can handle really heavy themes through the internet, and I think people view it sometimes as just a celebrity phenomenon or a place to tweet what you're having for dinner, but it has real power.